All right, in this last video of the week, I want to show you how to do special characters. So the first special character you need to know for this homework assignment, and there are some in this special characters in your book, but it's the copyright symbol. And in order to make a copyright symbol, it's ampersand, copy, and a semicolon. And so if I save that and I go back and I refresh my browser, you're going to notice that now I have this little copyright here. And so I could now say copyright and then my copyright symbol. And I could do my name, 2020, something like that. So that will be, and then if you want to get fancy, you can do a straight line and say like all rights reserved. So it's important to put copyright symbols on any website you create so that you are the owner and you tell everybody that it's your content and you are copywriting it. So I'm going to go back here and refresh, and you can see now I have a copyright symbol. I could take this copyright symbol and throw it in a heading to make it smaller. Remember, our smallest heading is the H6. So I can save that and go back, and now I've made my copyright smaller. So your copyright does not have to be giant. It should be fairly small at the bottom of your page. So for your assignment tonight, you're going to make sure you have a copyright on your page. Now, one thing to note is that when we look at your assignment, for next week, note that your copyright statement that you need to put in, I gave you an example, but also I'm giving you sort of an extra task here. The copyright date should be a JavaScript snippet that auto updates. So you're going to need to do some researching on Google to figure out how to do this. I'm not going to help you on it because I feel like it's important for you guys to learn how to do some Googling. And now you have enough information where you should be able to find some JavaScript snippet that auto updates so the date will be current no matter what, and it doesn't have to be changed. So that is your copyright. And then the last thing I want to talk about is your HTML code needs to be validated. And what does that mean? Well, today in our agenda, I put a link to our HTML validation. It looks like this. You can validate your sites. Basically what a validator does, this is the W3C that puts this on, and you can go in and they will tell you if you've done your code right or not. And that's really important because you want to make sure that all your code is done to code. It's done in HTML5. It has the right semicolons or the right less than signs, greater than signs, tags. And this will cause you less problems down the road if you validate your code. So how do you validate your code? Well, you can just put in your URL. So I could go in and just do home2.fvcc.edu tilde droush and about me, because I have that about me site up. And I press check. This is what you want. At the very end, when you validate your document, you want it to say, document checking completed, no errors or warnings to show. You do not want any errors here. I will be taking off points on everything you turn in if you have errors or warnings on your validator. Now that's the first way you can validate. The second is you can actually just upload a file. So I could go to my desktop and I can go to this about me page that we've been working on together, and I can take that file and check it. And again, I have no errors. The last way is by direct input. So if I wanted to just check my code, I could copy it all and go back and I could paste it and I can check it this way as well. And again, this shows me all of it, but it says document checking completed, no errors or warnings to show. So for your homework from now on, you need to make sure that everything is validated. And I do have that link to the validator. It's by the W3C. So you need to make sure you get to that validator, bookmark it on your computer so that you can use it every time you're ready to turn in an assignment. And you might not want to wait till the very end to validate. You might want to validate after every, I don't know, 5 minutes of coding. Because if you wait till the very end, sometimes it gets a little confusing if you have a lot of errors. So validate often and make sure you turn in your code validated this week. For your assignment this week, you have 3 things to do. You're going to complete the chapter 2 case study in your book. That case study, you're going to pick one. So there are 4 different ones to choose from. You learn the same skills in all of the case studies. So Java Jam, Pacific Trails, yoga, and a pet clinic, Fish Creek. With these case studies, you want to make sure that whatever case study you choose, it's something that interests you. So if you don't like coffee, then do not do the Java Jam. Or if yoga isn't something you're into, don't do the yoga case study. So pick one and then complete that case study. When you're finished with the case study, you will upload your root folder to the home too. So you've already done that once with your About Me. Now you're going to take this case study folder and you're going to upload that as well. You're also this week going to study for quiz number 1. This will be on chapter 1, chapter 2, class handouts, class notes, and anything else, assignments that we've done. The third assignment you're going to do this week is you're going to add a line break, an ordered list, an unordered list, links to 3 websites, a copyright symbol, and you're going to validate your code. That's all to your About Me website. And when you're finished with it, you're going to have to re-upload that to the server to update what you've done from your first assignment. So I hope you have a good week. You have a couple different websites to work on, and I'll see you again next week.